Hey fellow world dwellers, it's Angry Turtle, and today I have some good news. Lasers are finally good, and that applies to both laser guns, so regular one and ultracite one that can serve as a pistol or as a rifle. Both versions are about the same, with only this difference that pistol it's harder to use and you need to equip all the perks under agility. So that's harder. That's why I'm running a rifle version, but the same information would apply to the pistol one. And I will show you my build as well in a moment, but it's not a build video. The reason for that, everything about the builds is changing with a December patch, so I'll be updating all my builds. That's why I'm not uploading any builds right now, as they would be outdated in December. But now, to the point, laser rifles, what has happened? How are they suddenly good? So, Bethesda decided that they shouldn't be totally worthless, and I'm happy about it. Therefore, they fixed the fire rate for some of those weapons. As well, they fixed how the damage works. They're more beneficial now. And broken mods. There were some mods that were broken. They do work now. So a lot of good news. Let me show you on the workbench what I have and what you can look for if you are interested in those weapons. Now, let's go over the Ultracite laser first. That's the more interesting one. So basically the difference between regular laser and Ultracite laser is damage versus fire rate. Ultracite laser is doing slightly less damage but offers higher fire rate with overall slightly higher DPS, but difference is really marginal. It's hard to notice. Regular laser, lower fire rate, higher damage per hit. Now, if you want to use it as commando, quad, it's pretty critical to have as a prefix. Quad is very important. If you want to use it as rifleman or gunslinger, you can. It absolutely works now, but you are looking for bloodied or anti-armor, or if you are full health, maybe aristocrats, something that will add damage. A single shot doesn't really need as much of more capacity as the automatic version needs. You can notice I have hair trigger capacitor equipped. The reason for that is it was fixed. It was doing nothing for automatic rifle before. Now it's greatly increasing fire rate. That's how fire rate of 150 is possible with 50% critical damage on second star. So that's not the faster fire rate one. I could have this fire rate even higher if I would equip rapid. That would go to 173. This crazy high fire rate, but I don't want it as high, as that will discharge entire mag capacity in matter of like 6 to 7 seconds. That's too fast. I would like to be able to fire for at least 8 seconds. That huge difference, but yes. The other capacitor, there's a lot of them and they all usable. About the gamma wave version, the emitters ones. So there is one gamma wave emitter, and there is severe beta wave, refined beta wave. So all of them split damage into fire, energy, and a dot. Therefore, it is possible to use them. I was comparing a regular non-split damage with damage that is split. So damage that is split, even though overall it does show more. So you have more damage in your Pip-Boy. On enemies in practice, because damage is split between two different categories, it is a little bit less of actual damage dealt to enemies. So I went for way higher fire rate, not splitting the damage. Of course, Prime is a valid solution. As you can see, the fire rate hit is quite large comparing to the gain in damage. Therefore, I prefer to keep my fire rate crazy high, as that's what makes this weapon unique. So I want to keep that. Basically, hair triggered is what I generally recommend. Unless you are going for single shot, then Prime is a really good option, as you want more damage and not necessarily more fire rate. So it's hard to press the button so fast when you go for a single fire. Then the barrel always aligned. Align is the best barrel for that stuff. The advantage if you go for single shot, you will get better range. So that's the main difference. You are sacrificing fire rate, you have better range. The damage you will have higher. I have commando perks equipped, that's why it's showing a drop off. You will have higher damage. A line stock is the best one. Unless you want it to be a pistol, then one of those will change it into a pistol. There is no actual benefit to changing it into a pistol. It will just make it a pistol and even increase AP cost by 1. So there is slight negative if you want to use it as a pistol, which is unfortunate. Reflex sight is there to reduce the AP cost. Beam splitter, I like really this one, as it helps cripple so much faster, so you can have this weapon and cripple enemies efficiently with Tormentor perk. If you change to Focuser, Gyro compensating, or anything else, it does help a little bit with the fire rate, so your damage will be slightly higher. So if damage is all you care about, you absolutely should use it. You will have even higher damage on your enemies thanks to fire rate. So damage per shot will be absolutely the same. The splitting to 5, as long as you hit all 5, does not affect damage negatively. It is all calculated together, so it's no problem. But it is calculated separately for crippling purposes. That's the benefit. So it will cripple way better. That's basically the difference. And a little bit, I think, a little bit more range. Yes, a little bit more range with the Focuser. So if the damage is all you want, the Focuser will be beneficial for you. Okay, I will equip Focuser on this one to show you the difference, and I will keep my regular laser as the splitter version. As you can see, the effect is the same, so there is no difference. Both weapons have the same effect on the same mods. How you get those mods? Mostly from scrapping the weapon. You are unlocking all the modifications, of course with exception of Prime that need to be dropped from Scourge Beast. If you need to know any particular mod for it, just check Wikipedia. It's always there when they drop. Quickly, that's the build I'm currently running. So it is damage focused commando build, bloodied version to show the best performance of those weapons. But they do work as full health as well. They are not silent, so not really compatible with Sneak, hence taking one for the team to increase our damage this way. And now, how well will those toys perform? Of course, one is red beam, and the other one is the green beam. So that's the main difference. The green beam is barely visible with the Focuser, but I don't know why it's the case. It's way more visible with other mods. Oh, there is one trick that you can do, but only temporary. You can have a neon beam. Maybe you want to see that. You can have a neon beam, but only if you sacrifice the usable part of the weapon, so it will be for show only. So I will show you how to do the neon beam. And you need to do it every time you log in. So what you need to do to have a lot of neons, so back to the splitter, and then when that comes into barrel, you need to go for the aligned sniper barrel. You are sacrificing everything. It will not do damage anymore. It will require 2-second break between shots, even though the fire rate is high, so don't use it for anything. But if you want to use it for show, look at that. Neon beams. Cool neon beams, but every login you will need to change it, and they are visible the same for everyone on your team. So if you want the neon beams, that's an option for you. It's just something cool I found out. Probably some bug in engine. I don't know what's causing that, but it is. It is working. So, maximum single target. And now, try some enemies. Super mutants first, as they well known. And let's maybe start with non-VATS performance. So you can see, this weapon has absolutely no problem to annihilate super mutants, even without any VATS usage. The damage is absolutely brilliant on those weapons now. Now in VATS. Of course. Way better in VATS. Accuracy in VATS is really good, I need to say. On single shot is better as you have more range. So VATS accuracy with single shot will be much greater, but then you need to keep pressing this button. And that's the part I do not like. Okay, let's find some tougher enemies. And maybe first, let me showcase the crippling capability, and I will use this time. That's a medics one. Medics with the splitter as well helps as it heals more. So medics with a splitter, laser, like that heals like crazy. That heals like crazy. I have a single shot to save ammo, but normally you would go for auto. This time we are using it for crippling. So as you know, for crippling, currently the perks, just a reminder, like Enforcer rank 1 are broken. So if you want to cripple with shotguns, you need to equip higher rank card. The same with pistols. But Tormentor is still working, so I can have rank 1 equipped. And with the splitter, it's giving me 25% chance to cripple per shot, which is a really good chance. Look, crippled, torso, crippled, crippled. So 25% chance, but performance is really better. And yeah, you can kill even with medics used for healing. So that's absolutely brilliant. Okay, now that's the red laser with the splitter. It's crippling too. Like you can without VATS. Like you see, like it's crippled. So VATS is not necessary for crippling. You can cripple all those enemies without VATS. It works absolutely the same. VATS, no VATS. VATS only makes it easier to hit particular body part of enemy, but they will all get crippled in the same way. So you can kill them all, and look at this performance. Okay. Alright. You will ask me, what if you are full health? I got you. What if you are full health? Let's do that. What if you are full health and not bloodied build? Runaways, medkit. I mean medkit. Stim pack. And now I'm a full health. So what will happen? Of course, I'm losing damage from mutation, from nerd rage, and so on. But it's not a problem. You can still annihilate them. If I cannot use VATS, a little bit more shooting, but still will annihilate them. The green one, the same story. I think it looks better when you have splitter. There's like so much more projectiles than when there is just one. So I prefer splitter. I only equip this single shot for showcase purposes. So here you go, full health works. As you can notice, yeah, the damage is lower and there is not anything that we can do about it. Damage will be lower at full health. And now some tougher enemies. So the toughest of them all, Marlux. They're just like that. I'm alone on my team. Can I join some? Let's join this team. I need teammates for my mutations. Look at that. Look at the performance. Absolutely brilliant. Like this weapon performs. We need to somehow wake up the Big Mama. There we go. Headshots. That's slightly above my range. That's why the damage dropped. You can notice if I'm firing further away than the weapon range, the damage drop off is noticeable. Now if I'm in range, you can see the difference. My damage goes up and she's trying to kill me. Who will be first? She can be first. No, I'm first. I won. So even on tougher enemies, it is performing really good. Is it the best of all available weapons? No, but it's now really close. It's now really close to its competition, and that's a quad, so good sustained damage if you want to fight for longer. Yep, I think that's a good showcase. Being able to cripple makes fighting Scourge Beast not a problem, as you just cripple Wink and she will land and then you can be in range for full damage. Unless you really want this fight with a higher distance, go for Rifleman build, single shot. You will have more damage per shot, much less fire rate, and you will need to press manually. But if you like Rifleman build, it works. It works really well with the Rifleman build. Therefore, I hope you will enjoy the weapon, if you will put your hands on one. Yeah, as you can see, Ultracite still does not work with paints, which is no reason, as it looks the same as regular one, it just cannot paint it. So I don't like that fact. We cannot paint it. We can paint regular, we cannot paint Ultracite. And that being said, this is everything for this video. I hope you enjoy it. Have a nice day and see you in the next one.